Hello and welcome to a new episode of Tiny Bookshop. I have had a weird day, so I'm like very low energy today, and I'm still drinking my cup of tea as well. So if there's a pause, I'm having my cup of tea. I've also got the fan on in the background because even though it's very cold outside, it's also warm in this room and I'm just warm in general, and I guess this time of year, so let's see where we're up to. So what I was thinking of doing was trying to get like a week in, so maybe up to like Saturday or Sunday, so we'll see how it goes. So we've got blazing turnout at bonfire night, Bookstonians celebrate end of summer together at beach. How much have I got? 181, and we've got alien adventures, classic travel, crime books, and essential plays. So how we're doing? I think we're doing fine for books so far, so we'll not do that. Is there anything today? So break ends, mega savings day, it's orientation week starts, so we can go here. So we'll go here. This whole knowledge is busy with facile students and forgetful teachers. Know yourself, find out who St. Bookstoners, return lost books, semester break during summer and winter holidays. And we've got talk to someone at the university. So we'll just do, because it's not giving us a lot of stats, so we'll do a little bit of everything. So we're not, so we can kind of gauge where everything is. Where is everything? That is 5. I'm losing count today. I've had an awful headache as well. I feel like with it being a university, you might want fact. Ooh, that's not what I meant to do, but we'll roll with it. Ooh, what else? We'll put some drama in just in case. I am so bad. A minute. Let's go. Have a sip of my cup of tea. And then click these. And I have another. I meant to say another sip of my cup of tea. So you've got help desk tunes, so that should pretty much get you going. Any questions? Can I bring my pet to school? Depends. Is it relevant to your research? Yes, totally. I will be like that. Let's have a look. Hello. Also knowledge, talk to someone at the university. So you got one? Needing help finding your class. About this person. Professor Wen. How interesting, a mobile bookshop. I am inclined to purchase one of your titles, but first, give the professor 3 perfect recommendations. Academic relevance. Can you impress Professor Wen with your flawless literature knowledge? She will only accept half-perfect matches. Let's see how well acquainted you are with literature. Need some poetry in my life. I usually enjoy a classic piece of literature. Hamlet is one of my all-time favourites. Okay, that's not poetry. It's a play. Doesn't seem like one. Set in the early 1900s, before Royal Mary, she sails across the world to marry a man she barely knows. When a forbidden love affair costs her everything, she must forge a completely new life from scratch. Not. So follow the worst of the Romans as he does the worst things in the worst ways possible. An incredibly violent Shakespeare play, not for the faint of heart, filled with revenge, monologues and pies. Let's have a look up here. Antony and Cleopatra, a tragic play set during the founding of the Roman Empire. That's a play. Wuthering Heights is also not. I feel like that's just a novel. That's a novel. The Frogs, an ancient Greek comedy about Dionysus's journey into the underworld. Meet Greek heroes, gods and frogs in his quest to find a playwright who can fix the state of Athenian theatre. A play filled with songs, slapstick and the iconic frog cry. Fancy singing that. Paper Towns, definitely not. It's this one. The Pillar Man. In this horrific stage play, police bring in short story author Couturier for questioning about a series of brutal murders involving children. Upon hearing the evidence, Couturier faces the horrifying reality that the murderer has been mimicking the events of his own disturbing fables. The Glass Menagerie. If you think your family life is dramatic, this story may cast things in a new light. This tense play is about a son and daughter living with their fragile mother's mental illness and broken dreams. Talk about mama drama. I'm leaning towards anything Shakespearean. Because this, like, when it says an incredibly violent Shakespeare play, not for the faint of heart, filled with revenge, monologues and pies, might be close to Hamlet. I'm gonna try it. The worst you can say is no. Whoa, Titus Andronicus, music to my ears. Ooh, I wish you could see my face because I was very surprised at that. I'm already familiar with Titus Andronicus, of course, but I am always looking to donate copies to my students. Just gonna have a look around. Ooh, that's a creepy building. Wonder if that becomes relevant at any point or if it just stays there. I hope it becomes relevant. That'll be interesting. I've got Anne again. Hey, welcome to SBU. Oh wow, I forgot how busy it gets here during orientation week. Oh, look at all the first years. I always feel a little bad for them. They look so terrified. Still remember what it was like running around this big new place, trying to find the right buildings and the endless icebreakers. Goodness, what a nightmare. But now that it's my last year already, I almost miss it. Time really flew by. Well, anyway, we should do something to help these poor new arrivals out. Could you hand up this campus map in the bookshop? Got the Bookston Uni map. Find your way around campus with this helpful guide. Great, thanks. I clicked on it before I even read it. So I got plus 10% to fact sale chance, plus 10% to classic. Had a feeling classic and fact would be the ones. Give me a fact book. Also, I'm just getting back into reading, so I'd like something light and entertaining. I can't find anything at the library. There's no more. Something light and entertaining. Got classic crime stuff all over. So around Luxembourg with Brooke, join Rise and Instagram star Brooke travels on an adventure through Luxembourg. She explores, shares delicious recipes and provides a refreshing take on travel and lifestyle. Storms of Venice, a thoroughly researched exploration of Venetian art and architecture comprised of 3 groundbreaking volumes. If you have a soft spot for hard rocks, get this. Book of Tea, an open letter to the West. Learn all about the Japanese values of teaism and let them enrich your life. One of the great English tea classics that bridges the gap between the spiritual and secular spheres of tea. British boutique hotels, from quiet country retreats to luxurious city stays. This pocket-sized guide is your key to Britain's best boutique hotels, a highly opinionated and indispensable companion for the discerning traveller. And Journey to the Mind's Eye, fragments of an autobiography, a collection of anecdotes chronicling a woman's journey to Siberia to find a lover from her youth, the man who once enchanted her with Russian fairy tales, an ode to pre-revolutionary Russia, and the author's metaphorical seduction by old vanished Russia. I don't know if any of those will be light-hearted. I'm going to have a look at the others that are here. A series of don't think any of these. There's a lot of Agatha Christie there. Ship Down isn't. Oh, I know, 5 Children. It aren't. So give me a fact book. Also, I'm getting back into reading, so I like anything light and entertaining. I couldn't find anything at the library. I don't know if I should. I'm going to take risks. Like, I'm in a risky mood. Hello, this makes my head hurt. Are you sure it's like reading? I've never read it, so I don't know. I'll have another drink as well. Very thirsty today. Don't know why. It's not even that warm either. So drama, fact and classic have sold quite a lot here. The worst thing is it's not even the end of the day and there's still people coming. Now it's the end of the day. I feel sorry for those that didn't get anything, but that's the luck of the draw sometimes. Let's have a look at our books. All fine. So I got new reading for students, mobile bookshop, broadens academic horizons at SPA. Have a look here as well. What I might do is, how do I go inside? There we go. I had a feeling it was that one. I'll do that one. There. So I'm looking very full. Is there anything on today? No. So you got that one. Then it's these three. Go see what else. The flea market's not on yet. Got Far Beach. Got everything at Far Beach so far in the cafe. Didn't mean to do that. Where to go? I think there was something here I need to pick up. I'm going to see if I need to pick it up. Let's have a look. Classic, travel and crime are the two. I mean 3. I am not with it today. Classic, travel, still got tons of crime. Going to just have the rest here, I think. So we've got kids, fantasy, fact, and we'll have drama. And the other ones. I think this is how we'll start organising it from now on. Because then there's more, and then these ones are less likely to, but not be there. That makes sense. So go to the establishment, overlooking the historical town square. So classic, travel, crime. I keep doing that. As if the escape button is going to do it. Crime, classic and travel. Let's go. I wonder if Tilda's things are still here. There we go. See how many people come here. I don't think there'll be many because there's not really an event on. Someone's actually buying the British boutique hotels. That's good. Tilda, I can't believe this mega savings rubbish. It's such a shame. That megacorp can only afford to drive down prices so much because they underpay their workers. Well, the tax evasion might have something to do with it too, of course. Meanwhile, our local shops can't keep up with the low prices and one-stop shopping, so they're closing left, right and centre. Don't even get me started on the environmental impact of these people. I have to mind my blood pressure. In any case, I recommend you shop at our local markets instead. Their products last much longer anyway. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. I usually prefer non-fiction and I need some poetry in my life. However, I don't think I need a self-help book right now. Couldn't find anything at the library. Some non-fiction. Franklin's career. Crip. In this work, Professor Alison Kafer proposes a critical framework that imagines another future for disabled and queer bodies and rejects the idea of disability as a predetermined element. Upgrading and repairing PCs, the definitive guide to NPC related. I don't think they'll want that. See if there's anything here. Hope of love lies in misunderstandings in circle for lovers laugh along as their lives get turned upside down in this punny romp about Chelsea and Truss. Collection of St. Buxton's greatest works of poetry, including Ashen Grey, Prometheus's Regrets, and Last Breaths. Maybe that one? Well, that's not a... This doesn't look like poetry. That's definitely not poetry. I'm gonna see if that's alright. I love the use of poetry in a collection of poems. I've never tried that before. Glad I like that one. Weirdly enough as well, I'm starting to feel much more wide awake than I did earlier. I normally record this later in the evening, not too late at night, so about 5ish, 4ish. But I had a bit of a nap earlier and now I'm wide awake. So I got Moira. Oh, finally, I've been waiting to run into you in your famous bookshop. Everyone's been telling me that I missed a great deal while I was abroad. Looks like they were right. Catch me up then. How's it been here in Boxenbury? Who do you like? Who's been bugging you? I'd be like, no one. Alright, sure, keep your secrets then. Alright, my name is Moira. Pleasure to meet you. You mind if I have a look at your books there? I ran out of reading material about 3 countries ago. Cheers. Got half a Heya. Do you think I should join the Pioneers? I don't like when adults tell me what to do. But Sasha from school said they did archery in camp last summer. I want to do archery too. And this year they're camping up at the old ruins. That's like my favourite place in Boxenbury. Ooh, got castle ruins. Explore Boxenbury's famous castle ruins. So I got visit the castle, a piece of history, drive up to the ruins and the old fort and explore. Got so many people here. Mariam, there you are. I have something prepared for you. Since it seems your business is doing well enough, I think it is time to welcome you into our circle. See, I am the chairwoman of the Boxenbury Local Association of Business, Leadership and Administration. We support each other in all small business matters, and Tilda and I agree that you will be a good fit. However, before I can officially admit you, I must be sure that you can adhere to our standards. Pillars of business that uphold our association are not to be trifled with. Some of them have been in place since 1798, but we'll see if you can master them. Next time you come by the Liberty, we will begin with our little business course. I will see you then. Goodbye. See what this person wants. Past my last exam, I'd love to read something to do with real life. Books about animals are always a good shout. I can't get enough of nasty nature. It's definitely not. So before the coffee gets cold, this is a book I actually want to read at some point and buy, but I have no money at the minute. Because a lot of my money is going towards driving lessons because my test is tomorrow, and the last 2 lessons have just been going dreadfully for some reason, even though I'm test ready. So I don't know if it's just nerves or what. It's just for some reason everything's just been going pear-shaped, but hopefully in the morning I'll be fine and then have my driving test on the afternoon. But we'll see what happens. In this heartwarming and thought-provoking story, a cozy cafe in Tokyo has a mysterious twist. Can you change the past, or will the coffee get cold before you do? That's the Stones of Venice. It's not to do with exceptionally observant, vivid, and often greatly journalistic work turned memoir by George Orwell, wherein he tells of his time fighting fascists in the Spanish Civil War. That's not really what they're wanting. Experience global culinary adventures with beloved chef Anthony Bourdain. That's not really what they're wanting either. This Morrison novel does not shy away from dealing with the devastating, harrowing consequences of violence and abuse that were and are still inflicted upon young black girls. That's not really what they're after. Yeah, those are not. And I don't think any of these. I'm just going to say sorry, I got nothing. Wait, it was a one shot. I feel bad when I don't have anything that they might want, to be honest, but at the same time I'm trying to play it smart as well. I feel like as well, like with things I get really up in my head, so it's very difficult to like kind of separate myself from like being in my driving lessons and then coming back home and then just doing stuff that I love doing, like my hobbies and everything, because my brain is just fixated on the driving and how that went. We're still good. Today is a lot of fun to fish market, so we're going to there. Let's have a look at the waterfront. Travel, fact and classic. The ones. So we'll keep going with the travel. Classics. Maybe we do like about that much instead. Travel, classic, and I think it was fact. And then we'll just mix the other ones around a little bit. We'll try some new. Like, oh, I don't know how to call it. And then two. We'll do it in the order that these are in. Oop. I like a good pattern, but otherwise. I think I just get too much in my head about things and then find it ruins my day. But I've just started, as soon as I come in, just watching YouTube instead, and then I don't know, just enjoying myself a little bit more, and it just is a good wind down. Let's have a chat. Walt, my, look at the SS Scampi sailing in today. Would you like to see my special offers? Let's have a look. Got to provide shade from the scorching sun. That is very tempting, but so is this. Let's have a look. Provide shade from the scorching sun while equipped, +3 daily expenses while it's sunny, +1 recommendations per day, +3 seconds inspiration during while it's raining, +1% to all book sales chance, +4% to customer count. What does this one give? Walt's trusty globe could help you sail the 7 seas and beyond. While equipped, +1 daily expenses for each different location you visited in the past 7 days, +2% to travel sale chance. I like both of these. I'm going to see if I've got enough after. Ooh, nearly. We'll see, because I would love that. Go and then have a look around the stores. See what he needs. Hello, I'm here on research. I'd love to read something to do with real life. I have to get out of the house. Give me a travel book. Which one's the travel? Is this the travel? Yes, it is. Had to think for a second. So, by train through Spain. Join this charming and colourful journey across Spain with Amerigo Marchesi as they hop on trains, capture stunning vistas, and uncover fascinating hidden gems. I've probably butchered his name. Homage to Catalonia, an exceptional, observant, vivid, and often witty journalistic work turned memoir by George Orwell, wherein he tells of his time fighting fascists in the Spanish Civil War. Maybe that one? Travel light, move fast, told through a series of juxtaposed vignettes. I can never say that word. From her past, this memoir by Alexandra pieces together the portrait of a fascinating, roughly hewn, and ultimately tragic family and the misadventures in southern and central Africa. A cook's tour, experience global culinary adventures with beloved chef Anthony Bourdain, savoury travel memoir in search of a perfect meal. Journey to the centre of the earth. Have you always wanted to meet a dinosaur? Easy, just hop down an Icelandic volcano and check out the earth's core. It should hopefully still be there. And what's this one? Women travel solo, 30 inspiring stories of adventure, curiosity, and the power of self-discovery. Solo travel can be intimidating. This anthology will encourage you to book that trip. Read about the experiences and personal revelations of 30 female solo travellers, complete with scenic photographs to encourage your wanderlust. I'm gonna go with this one. Let's have a look. Yay, Homage to Catalonia has given me wanderlust. Told her. Your ramp can be quite steep, you know. Well, it's not just that. I suppose I'm stiff because I've been neglecting my exercise programs lately. I'm just not the type for it. It's frustrating, difficult, and so dull. But it's considerably better and more effective than taking dozens of painkillers, I guess. My arthritis isn't going away anytime soon after all, so I have to take better care of the old hip. Yes, that will be my goal for the day. I'll leave you to your work then. Don't forget to rest. I thought Tilda just came over to say that. Klaus is back! Hells yeah! Ever since I got over my songwriting block, there's been so much fresh energy in the band. Lux has been practicing their drumming during our break, and they're absolutely awesome. Amoyo brought multiple notebooks full of ideas with her from her travels. She'll come by one of our practices sometime. We've been designing loads of album covers and coming up with song names too, so I could use your input. Now all we're missing is an opportunity to play to a proper crowd soon. So really time that Buxtonbury gets a proper stage. We can't be the only ones craving some live events in this town, right? Actually, I remember there was a kid here recently who was very passionate about live theatre. That could be an avenue that would convince the council, right? I think the kid said he likes reading at the Lighthouse. So we've got a new place, the Lighthouse. This lonely tower lights the way along Buxtonbury's coast. We've got to the Lighthouse, visit Buxtonbury's iconic tower up on the cliffs for the first time. Could you stop by there and see if you can help us with this whole stage thing? New request, going stage diving. Turns out there's no eligible stage yet, but wouldn't there be space near the lighthouse? Also want to start spreading the word a bit more. I reckon people are ready to hear about Ceylon's library. Here, we made this poster a while ago. Could you maybe hang it up in the bookshop? The more customers that see it, the better. Got Klaus's poster, which gives us minus 5% to classic sale chance, minus 25% to classy effects, plus 1% to music effects. Call all fans. It looks like Klaus's band is too underground. Show the poster to local metal fans. 0 out of 100. Thanks mate. Wow, I'm kinda hyped up now. I think I'm gonna go back to my guitar straight away. I do have enough to go back and buy the other thing, but I kind of want to keep the money just in case anything comes up. Ouch, my back. Give me a book that asks deep questions about human nature, and I would love to read something classic. However, I'm not really a fan of thrillers. So I got A Streetcar Named Desire, Stella, a classic piece of theatre about starry-eyed Southern belle Blanche Dubois, who moves in with her sister and abusive brother-in-law, an interpersonal drama caught between fantasy and brutal reality with deeply flawed characters colliding in a tragic ending. That might be something. I'll have a look. Dickens at Christmas, Bar Humbug, a collection of Dickens' famous Christmas tales, both heartwarming and spooky. This edition includes A Christmas Carol, The Chimes, A Cricket on the Earth even, Battle of Life, and The Haunted Man. Little Mermaid. I wouldn't say that really did, unless... Yeah, it's not really about that. So, A Senseless Power, a timeless family drama by the brilliant Buxton. The three sons of a rich merchant family are vying for their powerful mother's approval. Will the quest for the matriarch, depends how you want to say it, position be worth the destruction they sow on their ways to the top. The Nightingale, an emperor falls for a nightingale's son, but when a flashy mechanical bird appears, everyone forgets the real nightingale and he flies away. A poetic tale that reminds us that no technology can truly capture the beauty of nature or one's talent. This might be the one that they might be looking for, but I'll have a look at the fact, because fact seems to be here. It's Balmy British Empire, Nature, Bird by Bird. Our world in history is a complex and fascinating thing. This collection of entertaining facts and stories helps humanize our past. From prehistory, ancient times, Pompeii and more, each page holds an entertaining tale. Herbcraft, The Power of Natural Healing, Hexton. A visually stunning and bold graphic novel memoir following a young Iranian girl through the 1970s and 1980s. The script and story explores themes of evolution, religion, family, history, and daily life in the face of those times. I think this one's probably the closest. Let's have a look. Let's see. Yeah, brilliant. Really changing whole worldview here. I think playing cozy games like this as well after like a stressful day just kind of helps for the most part. I think because I've got enough, I might actually buy it. Something did you? Yeah, let's buy it. Wonderful. I can always build up the money again. Does mean I've got less money, but still. Just like in real life. Because I've been spending it all on driving lessons. I'm just hoping by the back end of this week I get some work in so I can build up my savings again as well, because savings is for a car. I've had to cut into it to pay for driving lessons. There we go. Let's see how many books we've got. Not too bad. Today there's nothing. So we've got Saturday Market, Bigger Than Ever. Organisers expect record turnout thanks to perfect weather conditions. At our town's ongoing flea market in time, weekend visitors can once again browse, haggle and buy to their heart's content. Stalls will offer a variety of vintage clothing, artworks, plants, homewares, records and more, but whether visitors will get a fresh selection of books remains to be seen. Staff tip: turn up between 9 and 11 AM will guarantee the best bargains. Books and Bury Review fundraising drive. Support your local small town paper. So I'm gonna go to this. So what I'm thinking of doing is I'm glad that's actually on. Oh, there's a space here. I could put that there. That actually goes so nicely as well with the colours. So I'm very happy with that. So if there's nothing on today, we can either go to the castle ruins or the lighthouse. I might go to the castle ruins because that was the first one. It's not the one I wanted. It doesn't say anything. Technically not a castle, but these fortified walls carry more than a century of history. Visit the pit pioneers at camp. So a piece of history. So yep, we'll get that stamp as well. We'll just do 5 of each like we normally do, because we don't know what it's like or what people here are like, so it's a good bet, I think, hopefully. What do I think people go with? I feel like fantasy, maybe another kids. I'll do it that way. So it kind of just maybe classic, maybe travel. Now I'll add drama just in case. I think those might be the ones. We'll see. We'll see how many I get right. So, visited the castle. Let's have a look. It's creepy gravestones. Let's have a chat with these. Preppy Pioneer, Pip Pit, and hello, are you joining the Pip Pit Pioneers? Ask, what's a pipit? What? How can you not know what a pipit is? Do you live under a rock? Pipits are the coolest birds in the whole world, especially the meadow pipit, our mascot. And they're the namesake of our little outdoor exploration organisation, the Pipit Pioneers. Our new pioneer captain, Miss Cohen, is extremely cool and smart. She told us to call her Anne. Yes, of course, Pioneer Captain Anne is extremely cool and smart. If you have a lot to learn, still welcome to Pipit Camp. You're the bookseller, right? Wait a minute, we have to see if you're even tough enough for Pipit Camp. Say, do you know any scary campfire stories? So, give 5 scary recommendations to pioneers. Challenge unlocked. Campfire badge. Show the Pipit Pioneers some scary stories to tell during the campfire nights. Yeah, maybe you have some on your shelves. Hello, violence is optional but appreciated. I'm partial to a good manga. Let's have a look. You know her, you love her. Usagi Tsukino might be a bit sensitive and clumsy, but when her friends are in trouble, she turns into the magical girl and protector of all teenage girls. Join Sailor Moon and her talking cat in her sweet and romantic manga adventures. Don't think that would be. Collection of 66 poems from imaginative children accompanied by the gentle watercolour illustrations of Tasha Tudor. Gregor discovers a hidden world beneath New York City and this charming yet dangerous fantasy adventure for young readers live up to the prophecy foretelling his deeds. Shapeshifter Namona's plan was to become the sidekick to newly termed villain Ballister, but when the heroes are not as good-hearted as everyone believed, that plan might have to change last minute. So don't just one, and no, Thumbelina isn't either of those things. Let's have a look. Don't think any of these. There won't be any of that, in fact, I don't think. None of those are just out of curiosity. Is of your life and others. I think this one would. This is the only manga. Unconventional, but you even have Sailor Moon. You're cooler than I thought. Whoa, sick. Glad that worked out because I wasn't too sure. Should we really be reading Sailor Moon? Isn't that for grown-ups? Hey, it was in the kids section. That's all I'm saying. We'll do this one. Oh, and what a morning. A lot of the kids have been having nightmares these past few nights, and they haven't had nearly enough sleep. Know how difficult it is to keep a bunch of sleep-deprived 8-year-olds in check? Yeah. Suppose I'll have to add some naps into our schedule. By the way, did you volunteer to be a pioneer captain too? Alright, just me then. I'm sure I'll manage to supervise a dozen kids somehow. And no, I already have a lot going on with uni, and I should probably focus on that. How can I leave these cool kids hanging, huh? Just gonna check this. So, the Pipit Pioneers, some scary stuff. Got 1 out of 5 for that. I'm bored, I need a book. Hi, hello. I can handle a bit of horror, I can always go for a comic, and also I won't mind something like a thriller. So this is after the murder last year, Stevie's parents don't want her at Ellingham Academy. Stevie will do anything to return, even make a deal with a shady politician, anything to get back to her friends, boys she kissed, and her work on the truly devious case. Was wondering who that was by. Don't think that would. So what's this one? Camilla's husband disappears, leaving a cryptic note. By noon, he's the gunman in a London hostage siege. As police close in, she's the only one who understands the message he left, and the only person who can stop what comes next. Last time I lied. Emma remembers the night her cabin mate snuck out, some of it. Memory gaps still haunt her. 15 years later, she reluctantly returns to Camp Nightingale. Feels like someone's waiting for her to break. A chilling and twisty YA thriller. Maybe that one. Yeah, I never would have looked there the last time I lied. Yeah, I'm not scared. There's 3 out of 5 already. I do think there's like something so calming about this, and I'm probably thinking, because I've got the day off tomorrow as well, to, after my driving test, come back no matter what I got and play this just to wind down with. Because I'll probably take a break from driving lessons so I can get my finances back up. Like over the next month. Being a grown up is so difficult. We're looking forward to seeing where Bookseller will head next. It's quite a range, but fact and fantasy seem to be the biggest ones. So we've got orientation weekend, so we'll probably go back to the uni for this, and then Sunday go to the other place. That needs to go, so the lighthouse. So we'll go here. What is here? Fact, classic and drama. Yeah, I think that was how we did it. Yeah. Fact, classic. So what I'll do is put the drama down here. So fact, classic, and then drama. Fantasy can stay where it is. Move kids somewhere else. So what else do we need? So we need kids as well, so kids ones can go here. We've got classic, we've got fantasy, fact, drama, crime. I haven't got travel, so we'll put 4, because I think this works out well compared to others. If you hear me moving about, I'm really sorry. I keep needing to get comfortable. My chair. I wonder if it can at any point. Ooh. I wonder what that was. Let's chat with them again. Yes, what do you have today? Anything of literary value? Let's see what they want. You can't go one with the play, also I could go for a tragic story. So Dickens at Christmas. So a timeless family drama by the brilliant Buxton. It's not that one. Colour purple. A brilliant scholar makes the rather foolish decision to deal with the devil, his life, in exchange for 24 years of magical prowess. As with the Elizabethan tragedies, no chance in hell this deal will end well. So, a delightfully devious play demonstrating the power of women in shared protest through unconventional means. Will the booty be too strong to resist? Philistu? Lysistrata, I think it is, and her friends, will they bring an end to the Peloponnesian War? So that's a play. Don't think that's... Young fangirl of gothic novels has to learn that dark romance is not always so appealingly like deliciously satirical Austen classic. That is not a short story of O. Henry. I feel like this is the first time that we haven't got a play, because I don't feel like that's going to be tragic. What do I know is tragic? Les Mis is definitely tragic. Don't know whether to give her that. We'll see, because it's 5-star difficult. Now that's a surprising trait. Excellent. How very theatrical. Oh, we've done it. Well, you're more knowledgeable than I thought. I will add Lysistrata to my research list. I'll return tomorrow for the next tile. Good day. Glad that worked out. Now we have Anne. Have you had a lot of students in today by any chance? See, I overheard the new first years asking about where to get the books they were supposed to buy. A lot of professors choose books that aren't in the library for their assigned reading lists. Kids sound so stressed and want to help, so I hope you don't mind I point them in your direction. I know you won't have many textbooks or academic journals and stuff, but your books are nice and affordable and maybe you'll find something for them, eh? So sell 15 fact. All classic books to students can help the new students find. Can you help the new students find their assigned reading? That would be lovely, thank you. And now we have Moira. Hey, can you believe we still haven't heard back about any potential concert venues? I mean, it's on the city council to pay better attention to the culture scene in town, isn't it? So why should we have to do all the work ourselves? Of course, some of the council members simply don't like the look of our band. This isn't just for us, right? Heard there's some teens at the lighthouse who'd love to put on a theatre performance. Well, we'll see. Seems like someone might need a little push. To be fair, she's kind of right. When I was doing music years ago, we were chosen to do a Halloween gig, but we all were planning out the set list and stuff. We were given a bunch of songs we couldn't do because the dancers were doing that as part of the parade in the local city, and we found out that the reason they wanted the musicians, like the music students, to do it is so the college/university would provide the all the equipment, so the sound systems and your amps, microphones, all of that stuff. And so the lecturers turned around and said that that we wouldn't be doing it, so kind of left the council in a bit of an upheaval with it, because they just expected a bunch of people that don't go to the university or the college to use their equipment instead of providing the one, or providing for everyone. So it was just upheaval, and we were so disappointed because we were really excited because we all love Halloween. But yeah, it, like, the council sometimes just doesn't do what they're probably supposed to. Just expect other people to do the work for them instead, even though it should be them helping out a little bit to facilitate everything. So we've got, I need a fact book because I want to acquire knowledge. However, pop science is my pet peeve. Can't find anything at the library. Okay, so facts. So we've got HTML. Get ready to enter the digital world with this Connecting's Guide to HTML. I don't think that's pop science, is it? Encyclopedia Bookstonia Volume 5 of this encyclopedia concludes our journey of learning, with the entries we've all been waiting for. U as in unfinished manuscripts to Y as in Yuri. They forgot to print Z or Z. I'm British, I should say Z, but I think Z just doesn't sound as nice as Z, and that's the only time I'll ever defend anything American. For the most part, I think there'll be other bits that I'll defend America on, but that's one of the only ones. So, a short history of nearly everything. From atoms to galaxies, this popular science book takes readers on a wild journey through the past, uncovering the secrets of our fascinating universe for all of those readers out there who are interested in nearly everything. Maybe. So, tale of how Gulson transformed the derelict farm into a sanctuary for plants and pollinators, filled with humorous anecdotes and fascinating science. This book is a heartfelt plea to cherish and protect life in all its forms, especially the tiniest of creatures. So that's got science in it. I'm gonna just avoid any science. So either this one or this one. I'm gonna go with this one. Let's see. Oh yes, HTML 1998. I'm not familiar with this topic yet. There we go. I might have this as the last day because I do have food coming and I will be wanting to eat. So I'll probably come back tomorrow and try and get some more done of this game. Because I am, like, I do say I keep, like, saying that I'm really enjoying it. So I'm stuck on my research. Let's have a look. I'm interested in fact books and I usually go for 21st century publications. Also I like books with poetic language. I'm on a deadline. So let's have a look. I don't think that one. It's a popular science book, takes views on a world journey through the past, uncovering the secret of out there who are interested in nearly everything. It's not. Maybe this one? I'm gonna just guess. Right? You're right, a short history of nearly everything. I always wanted to know about that. So much. So many books getting sold. Also sorry if I've just been kind of talking about life in this. It's just been very all over the place today and I do feel like this little space on the internet I've got just is very nice for me to vent and talk about stuff. Well, that's like not a great selection. It's just like, well, things have kind of been sold, dude, so. Like, I'm sorry. It's been a very busy day. See what our stats were for this. We have no fact books left, I don't believe. Yeah, we sold all 8. Which is wonderful to see. Okay, so I'm going to leave this here. I should hopefully get a little bit more done tomorrow because this video is an hour long. So hopefully I'll be back and I'll see you in the next one, and thank you for listening to my ramblings if you've listened this far. So thank you, bye.